Hey, this is Tim, licensed loan officer. Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to talk about start investing today, growth mindset. Thank you so much for watching. Glad to have you here and welcome to the channel. So I did a presentation, a week or two ago, and I talked about investing and, growth mindset, some things like that. And I thought it would be good to share the presentation with my YouTube audience. Also, if you're new to this channel, I do talk a lot about first-time home buyers. I talk about buying investment properties, leveling up, investing, budgeting, all those good things. So if you like those type of topics, consider subscribing to this channel. So today's just going to be kind of overview about investing and some best practices and tips. I'm not a licensed financial advisor or family planner or anything like that, but these are some really good tips to get you started and help you build some wealth. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so like I said, start investing today, growth mindset, presented by me, Tim Koviak, and let's go. So what we're going to go over today will be the data and why you want to save for retirement. We're going to talk about investing strategies and how to start, and then best practices before you start investing. So that's the agenda. That's what we're going to go over. And let's see here. According to Consumer Finance of 2022, what this survey revealed that in 2022, that 54.4 American families reported of having retirement accounts like 401k or IRAs. So just over half, almost 55% of people do have a 401k, which is good. And then here, can you see that? Yep, you can see that. Perfect. While 46% of Americans report of having retirement savings, almost half of Americans' household, which is 45.6% of Americans, have no retirement. So that's kind of alarming that 45.6% of people have no retirement savings. So let's go to the next slide here. And then here's some reasons of why you would want to save for retirement. Now, these are subjective. I mean, it could be really personal why you want to save for retirement, but some reasons here is to enjoy your golden years. So, when you're old and, washed up, you might want to enjoy those years and you might need some money. Another reason will be less reliant on the state and government. So as you know, with Social Security, they always make changes with it. They can raise the age, lower the amount. Why leave it up to the government to decide how much money you're going to get? So to be less reliant on the state and government, you want to save for retirement. Another reason would be the ability to retire when it's not a choice. So what that just means, you can hang it up when you want to. That gives you options. A lot of people sometimes get forced into retirement or they can't retire because they have bills, but having some money for retirement allows you to retire when you want to. And this is a big one, to maintain the same quality of life. So if you like golf, you can still golf. If you like to travel, you can still travel. If you like to eat at your favorite restaurant, you can still eat at your favorite restaurant. Now, you will have a fixed income when you retire. So if you save, then you can maintain the same quality of life. Another one would be to pursue personal interests. So a lot of times when you retire, you can go do things that you could not do while you were working. That could be start your business, like I said, travel, do some things that you want to do, spend more time with your kids, things like that. And the last one here is to be generous. You could leave a legacy. A lot of times you work your whole life and you might want to make sure your kids are okay, your grandkids, or just leave some money so have a legacy. So these are just some reasons of why you would want to save for retirement. Now, these are the most popular investment strategies. There are a lot of investment strategies, but you can't go wrong with these, okay? The first one is dollar cost averaging. The practice of investing a fixed amount of money at a regular interval, regardless of the market condition. The reason I like this one is that you're constantly buying. So the market dips, you're buying at a lower amount, the market goes up, then you buy a little bit higher, but it always goes like this a little bit. It normally kind of goes up, but you're always buying, and dollar cost averaging is a good strategy. Another strategy you can't go wrong is diversification. So diversifying in different stocks, different industries is always good. What happens is some industries are down, other industries are up. So that's always a good strategy. And then growth strategy. Now, growth strategy is a little risky. I say the bigger the return, a little more risky, but this is basically like S&P 500. You are investing in stocks that either going to pay dividends or are going to appreciate and go up in value. I like the cost average savings the most out of these three, but these are good investment strategies. So the best time to invest is yesterday, but the next best time to invest is today. And that's really the truth. The most valuable thing when it comes to investing is time. So if you start early, you have time. Your money needs time to earn interest and compound interest, or it needs time to grow and compound with interest. And these are just some great tips here. You want to always start with your 401k with your employer. That's number one. A lot of times 401k retirement or employer responsible accounts, they match. It's tax deductible. It's a lot of benefits. After, you do want to have some kind of broker account or IRA. If you ever switch jobs, that job might start charging you more fees, and then you could always put it into your IRA. But a broker account and IRA are nice to have. I have a couple of them. And then this is kind of the new thing, the micro app investing platforms. This could be like Robinhood. This could be Acorn, Betterment. There's a ton of them. I like them because it's kind of like AI. You kind of like pick kind of like your risk, your strategy, and it kind of just invests for you. This also is great if you just have like $5, $6, not much, and you just want to learn a little bit. These micro investing apps, automatic platforms are great. But start with the 401k with your job. Make sure you have that. See if they match. At least do 3-6% of that. Next, maybe have a broker account. Personally, I like mutual funds, but let's get to the next slide here. And I just want to emphasize why the employer-sponsored retirement plans are good. They are pre-tax and they grow tax deferred. So what that means, it lowers your tax income. You don't pay taxes until you're 59 and a half and when you start taking it out or whenever you retire. So just be aware of red flags and investment scams. They are out there. Some of them out there is guarantee high returns with low risk. Anything that they say is a guarantee, that's a scam. There's no guarantee in investing. There's always some type of risk, even a little bit of low risk. Whenever someone pressures you to invest immediately, that's like a red flag. This is something that you should take your time with, not be pressured into. Unsolicited offers. So if you get offered, some people reaching out to you, a complex secret strategy. Yeah. So if it's something secret or some kind of strategy, a lot of times it's not legit. A lot of investment, there are the strategies, it shouldn't be a secret or complex if you don't understand it. Unusual payment methods, like the new one is like cryptocurrency. If they're asking for cryptocurrency, that's kind of a red flag. And the next one is cryptocurrency. And with cryptocurrency, I got a funny story. A lot of times on WhatsApp app, I get added to groups or group chats and everyone's talking about how much money they're making. And I wonder, is it everyone getting scammed or is it just me, And if you do suspect scams, do not invest any money. Do not share any personal information or financial information and report it. A lot of times it's good to report it because if you report it, you can shut them down because they will keep reaching out to other people and trying to scam them. And again, I want to talk about time. Time is the most valuable asset when it comes to investing, okay? Start soon, okay? And these are just a couple of quotes. This one, the first one is compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it. And that was credited to Albert Einstein. And then Warren Buffett, he's a legend. The stock market is a device for transferring money from the inpatient to the patient. So be patient, invest, have that money in there for long term. This is not short term, okay? And then I want to show you this example here. Oh, we'll go back here. Go back. Okay. So this is kind of illustrates. I want to write on this. Can I write on this? Go back. Okay. So I want to show you this. This is a good illustration of why you want to start early. Also, the power of compound interest. And this is from Fidelity. So starting to save for retirement early gives you a huge advantage thanks to compound interest. In this example, a investor who contributes $6,000 a year to a retirement account earns 7% interest rate, even though most stocks is 9% the last 50 years. Waiting just 5 years ended up costing her almost $500,000. So the woman right here, she started at 25. I don't know if you can see this, but 25. And she ended up investing only $252,000. And by 67, she had $1.4 million. And that's a lot of money when she only invested $252, more than double, more than triple. Now, this lady here, she waited until she was 30. So at 30, she started investing. She ended up investing $220,000. And by 67, she had 1.01 million. Still more than double, more than triple with compound interest. So almost $500,000 for 5 years because the money compound. Now, I'm not telling you have to invest $6,000. This is just an example letting you know that if you start investing early, the money will double and triple, whatever amount you can afford. If you get in early with that compound interest, as you see, the money will more double and triple over time. So it just illustrates the power of compound interest. All right, let's go to the next slide here. So some things you should do before you start investing, okay? Now, you can invest right away, but these are just some best tips to make you be successful. It's always good to have an emergency fund. This acts as a safety net, protecting you from going into debt when unexpected expenses arise, allowing your investment to remain undisturbed. So if you don't have a rainy day fund, you're more likely to stop investing or maybe tap out of your investing or pull from it. You don't want to do that. Another thing is educate yourself. This is YouTube, this is Google, AI. Before diving into world of investing, it's critical to educate yourself on the key terms, fees, risks involved. This fundamental knowledge will empower you to make informed decisions and potentially achieve your goals. So the more you know, the better you do. And with investing, the same thing. You want to have at least some common knowledge and learn a little bit more as you go. I always look at how the stock performed year to date, the last 3 years, last 5 years, things like that. Another best practice is pay off high interest debt. Generally, it's wise to pay off high interest debt before investing, as the interest you are charged on high interest debt, like a credit card, often can outweigh the returns you might earn from your investment. So if you have a credit card and it's paying you, charging you 25% interest, but yet you're earning 10% in the market, you're kind of still losing, if it makes sense. So it's good general practice. You don't have to, but it's the best practice to pay off that high interest debt and then start investing. And then the important thing is to control your expenses. Before you invest, it's critical to manage your expenses effectively to ensure you have a healthy cash flow and can support your investment without straining your finances. A key is creating a budget to track your income and expenses. So very important. If your expenses are too high, it makes it hard to have a little bit extra money to invest, okay? Ideally, I want you to have your 401k or your retirement with your employer and then have one other retirement outside of that. Because more money for retirement, you never know. People are living longer. Having more money can't go wrong. Now, if you do have questions, concerns, drop me a comment below. I love talking about investment, love talking about money. Like I said, I'm not a financial advisor or anything like that, but I would love to hear from you. I'd like to hear your strategy. Like, what are you doing? All right. Thank you so much for watching. It's always a pleasure to be with you and do these videos. Like, again, drop me a comment, give me a thumbs up. Again, if you like this channel, if you found value, like this video, please like it, subscribe, share it. All right. I got to go. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again on the next video. Thanks.